This next guy is somebody that all of us have worked with, I think, at one time or another. Bobby's traveled the globe plying his comedy wares. And of course, where else would he end up but Las Vegas East? The cable comedy show. The Mecca of where all comedians return. You're going to like him. A nice round of applause, Mr. Bob Lazarus.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to be here tonight. Have been traveling a lot. Was down in New York City last week. I drove outside of Shea Stadium, and they actually put up a statue of Bill Buckner. And you can drive right through the legs. It's like an Arc de Triomphe kind of thing. And I'm in New York, and this can only happen in New York. I dial up time, 976-1212. I get a wrong number. I get one of these phone sex things. One of these pre-recorded messages starts off something like, "Hi there, big stud." And I had no idea how she knew. And it goes on for like a minute of a woman pretending to have sex with you. In the end, I felt pretty good because I had satisfied her. I'm figuring that's what it was all about, you know. New York's a better place to be for driving anyways. You take cabs there everywhere you go. Up here, I don't know, the drinking and the driving is a big problem. They're doing everything they can to stop it. And it's true you shouldn't drink and drive. I think eating and driving is just as dangerous. They don't do anything about that. You got a fat guy driving a van with mayo all over his hands. It's not a good situation, you know. I can get this tuna sub down. Boom! You know. They keep trying to stop the drinking and the driving by raising the drinking age. It's not going to work unless they raise the drinking age to 99 years old, you know? I mean, I didn't know this drinking and the driving problem got to the extent where 2 years ago we had to have Stevie Wonder sing to us about it. There was a song out 2 summers ago by Stevie Wonder called "Don't Drive Drunk." I mean, let me ask you this. When's the last time Stevie Wonder's ever driven? You know, the song should have been "Don't Drive Blind," you know. There's a guy that pulls up to a toll booth and orders a cheese Whopper, you know. It's cruel, but it has to be said. It's my job, you know. And I don't like to come down on musicians. I love music. My favorite singer in the world is Neil Young, so naturally I'm suicidal. Because every album Neil Young has ever made always has one song on it that sounds something like, "All my songs, they are depressing, and the words, they are the same. She left me, I slit my wrists, my life flows down the drain." Thank you. 5 minutes of listening to his music, you start thinking to yourself, cheer up, Neil! You know, I buy all of his albums because I feel bad for the guy, you know? Just bought his newest album. He's back to rock and roll. Last year, Neil Young came out with an album he swore was a lifelong commitment. He had gone country, playing with guys like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. You guys like Willie Nelson? Yeah. He's popular everywhere you go in the country. I just wish he'd shower, you know? Great singer, but then he has this huge mega hit with Julio Iglesias. Where did this guy come from, you know? Out of nowhere, Julio is like this huge superstar. I got a hunch. I think he's Slim Whitman's cousin, you know? It's just that it makes no sense to me that Willie Nelson has a hit and the title is "To All the Girls I've Loved Before." Willie Nelson? Ugh! You know, I don't want to picture some of these women, you know? He doesn't strike me as a real choosy guy, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, that's great, Willie. She's got a tooth, you know? I always thought the sort of song should have gone differently. "To all the sheep I've loved before, it's house pets I love even more." Hey, great song, Willie. You want to get off of my lawn? Away from the cat, okay? What else has been going on? I'm looking to move right now. I hate moving. I'm depressed. And it's depressing to look for apartments. My first apartment was horrible. The Mass Pike went right through my backyard. Horrible traffic noises all hours of the night, except in the summer. If I had nothing to do, I'd sit on a chaise lounge, kind of watch the traffic. Then to make it more interesting, I throw out parts of a mannequin. You know. It's just something funny about a jackknifing tractor trailer doing 90. I don't know what it is, especially if the driver's trying to eat a tuna sub, you know. Shouldn't eat and drive, pal. I tried to tell you. This was the last place I lived. Was the first apartment I've ever been allowed to have a pet. I got a cat. I would have liked to have gotten a dog, but I go away a lot. And if you go away a lot, a cat can be a better pet than a dog because you could put out a huge bowl of food for a cat. Go away for a week. You come back, there might be some food left in that bowl. Maybe not, but it's a gamble. You know. Try that with a dog. You can put out the hugest bowl of food you want. As soon as you're out the door, the bowl of food's been emptied, you know? The bag's been ripped open, that's gone. You get home, you find the dog, he's at the stove cooking bacon and eggs, you know? He looks at you, he tells you the rent has gone up, rent route, you know? Thank you very much. You've been a great crowd. Thank you.
Bob Lazarus. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, Mike.
Sit on down. It's Bob Lazarus. We're playing comedy volleyball. Everybody rotate. Yeah.
It goes this
Move
way.
on down one.
Kind of like a tie clip.
Looks kind of like a tie clip, only different. You're the only guy wearing a tie and could have used it that way, but no.
No, I could have been slick, but no, ladies and gentlemen, I chose to be a doofus. So this is right where, I'm almost home, you know, where I grew up right here.
Where'd you grow up?
Pretty rough section of Chestnut Hill.
Ooh.
A lot of tough Jewish gangs, but you can always tell those kids. They're the ones wearing leather yarmulkes.
Stop rocking or we'll have some real comedy.
I'm rocking and I'm going to fall on my neck. Kind of a first for cable comedy. Hey, when's that guy that snapped his neck coming back on the show?
Yeah, you'll be doing all your comedy from a chair, pal, so calm down.
You know me from the last Spaz days, so it's scary.
That's right. Where do you live now?
I'm in Watertown. I'm looking to move, and you know, it's because I want to own something. I've been looking to try and own a house if I can. And
you're a comedian bum. Forget it.
I've found ways. I've found credits. There are fools out there that will give me money, and but I call up realtors. I say, yeah, I'm looking to buy a house. They say, what are you looking to spend? I say, I don't know. Same thing as my folks. $7,500, $10,000. Try a Chevette, okay? It's unbelievable. I know what I've lived in a great apartment, rent control, huge. We had a bit of a cockroach problem.
Yeah.
Although I kid, you know, you have a cockroach problem, you turn the kitchen light on and they turn it off, you know.
Some big boys, huh?
Oh yeah, hasn't been the nicest place, but it's been cheap, and that is my life.
Mm-hmm. Cheap?
No, I'm not cheap. This suit doesn't fit me. I don't know if you've noticed. And,
It's a beauty. Where are you coming back from? You been on the road?
I was in New York City for New Year's.
I just came back from New York myself last weekend.
New Year's in New York City.
One New York person. Either that or we still get the train seal act in the back.
Do you know what it costs to see me? Do you know what it costs to see me in New York City on New Year's Eve?
How much?
$65 it costs to see me on New Year's Eve, so you people are getting a heck of a deal, okay?
Why did it cost $65? What were you doing besides comedy for these folks, Bob?
A little phone sex, Mike.
Luckily, it was only by phone.
And I am a cat. I just became a cat owner like 6 months ago. I wasn't lying in my act. And have you ever seen a cat in heat? Because people were warning me not to let it get in. She's been in heat for like the last couple of weeks. She's walking around with a little rear end raised, you know, and I'm falling right behind her going, be a lady, you know, slut, you know. It's like, and it costs like $75 to get them spayed. I don't feel like spending that kind of money, so I bought her a little cat diaphragm, you know. She's always forgetting it, you know.
They'll be that way.
Well, she remembers it. She is the head of the house. I haven't seen her since September when Willie Nelson played the Boston Common, you know.
So you're you a big sports fan?
Sports fan, for sure. My athletic days are getting more and more behind. It's winter, you know, and I don't ski. I like winter for one thing. You can get hot chocolate. Because you go into a restaurant,
there's a big advantage for a $30 lift ticket, free hot chocolate. Whoa, I'm living.
No, I don't go skiing for that, but in wintertime you can, because I don't drink coffee anymore. I quit the coffee because I am a mess without it, you know, and...
Oh, come on, it's like having the fireman ring out your colon every morning. 2 more cups, honey.
I keep forgetting it's cable. No, I quit coffee, and it's like hot chocolate, and you look at the menus, and it always has parentheses, in season, you know. So I go to the waitress in the summertime, I like the hot chocolate. She'd go, I'm sorry, hot chocolate is not in season. You know, it's like, what do they have to go hunting for chocolate? You know, I got my gun loaded up, I'm going down to Hershey, Pennsylvania. You know. It's chocolate season.
It's not the chocolate they run out of, it's them little marshmallows. Yeah. Well, listen, Bobby, it's a pleasure having you here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Having all the guys here tonight.